What's up guys, Pablo here with another video, and today we have the unboxing and my first thoughts and impressions on the React Miler 2 by Nike. As usual, I'm not a professional runner and I've only been able to wear the shoes for about a week, so keep that in mind while watching the video. The React Miler 2 released on April of this year. The shoe retails for $130 on Nike and a couple other US retailers, and as usual, I got them true to size. I ordered this React Miler 2 from Nike Mexico, and they sent them in the same shipping packaging we've seen in the last few videos. Once out of the shipping packaging, the shoes came inside of a regular orange Nike shoebox. When you open up the shoebox, the Volt accents on this colorway stand out, and you come across what seems like a very breathable, durable, and comfortable shoe. Outside of the Volt swoosh on both the lateral and medial sides of the shoe, another detail that caught my eye was this plastic piece in the middle of the midsole that has a translucent finish. Once the shoes were out of the box, I realized that they had some weight to them and that there wasn't much of a curvature at the midsole. This made me believe that they would be closer to the ground, but also a bit lengthier. Most importantly, the React midsole stands out, and it's safe to assume by just looking at it that it'll provide comfort and cushioning for miles, which, as the name of the shoe and the message at the insole state, is what these shoes are designed to do. In order to be reliable for multiple miles, the React Miler 2 has features that add up to provide a comfortable, secure, and stable fit. Most of this is possible due to the React midsole I just mentioned. The shoe kept the same midsole as the first generation, which consists entirely of React. You get great cushioning out of this React midsole, but also great energy return, which makes sense for distance runs as the shoe will stay comfortable to the end and also reduce the stress on your feet. The outsole is very generic. It has rubber on high impact areas and a rail down the middle with exposed React foam. Nike make the rest of the shoe feel very premium, however, especially considering it only retails for $130 US. The upper and the overlays that complement it is where this becomes pretty obvious. The engineered jacquard mesh, I might be saying that wrong, it's rather thin and flexible, and the overlays provide structure and durability. The upper was somewhat breathable, especially thanks to the openings at the toe box and the medial and lateral sides. The overlays feel rather high quality, and again, like they belong in a more expensive shoe. I won't complain about having them though, as they make the shoe feel a lot more structured from heel to toe. Another aspect of the upper that felt premium and worked amazing was the band at the midfoot that helps the lacing system. The band's meant to tie into your foot as you lace up in order to provide a more secure and snug fit, which also circles back to the shoe's purpose of being reliable as you go the distance, since you want the shoe to stay locked in all the way through. However, the midfoot still felt a bit narrow and a bit uncomfortable after some time because of my wider feet. Another two aspects that were included with the purpose of having a more secure and stable fit was the padding at the collar and tongue, as well as a heel clip. The heel clip is meant to offer extra support, but it really feels like it's there primarily for aesthetics. Although I have to admit that it did provide a bit more structure to the heel. The padding around the collar and at the tongue is what I believe to be a more important feature regarding support, stability, and comfort. At first I was hesitant because I thought that the padding was excessive and a bit bulky. It felt like it was going to bother my ankle and instep and eventually become uncomfortable. Once I put on the shoes, however, it turned out to be great, and it provided a very locked down fit that is also comfortable, which makes sense as these can help you run longer distances by providing that extra amount of comfort and security. But although the collar felt great out of the box, I did have to adjust the lacing system before using these for performance, since the heel got a bit loose after some time. The shoes include 2 extra lace hoops, which allowed for me to move the laces around. Once I made the switch to a different lace hoop, I took full advantage of the padding around the collar, as it was more secure to my ankle during HIIT workouts and runs. However, I had a rough time wearing these during HIIT workouts. Although I went true to size, the shoes did turn out to have a bit of extra length at the forefoot, which became noticeable and even uncomfortable during some exercises. Besides that, the shoe is tailored for running longer distances, which means the silhouette might not be the best when used for other activities. And this made a lot more sense once I tried them out for running. The shoe feels very secure, comfortable and stable from the moment you get going, thanks to the features that we went over earlier. I was afraid that the extra length would become noticeable and uncomfortable, but this wasn't the case. The shoe was locked in from heel to toe, but still comfortable as my stride felt rather natural. The toe box was surprisingly wide and it allowed for plenty of room for my feet. Like I mentioned earlier, the midfoot, although secure and stable, felt a bit more narrow than what I'm used to. This actually wasn't that big of an issue while running though, because I do prefer a more lockdown fit. The only thing I wish that was a bit different is the weight of the shoes. I hinted at this early in the video, but they don't feel as light as you'd hope for, especially for a shoe that is meant to help you run for a long time. There is a lot of padding and overlays, so it makes sense as to why it would be heavier, but I wouldn't mind it if it was lighter. I did notice this extra weight and the more narrow fit at the midfoot, primarily while wearing these casually. The extra weight is obviously manageable. I was able to walk with them throughout the house and while out and about, and it was decent, but again, I wouldn't mind if they were lighter. The narrow fit was very noticeable, and I don't think I would be able to wear these for a long time casually because of this. The React foam remains soft and cushioning, but the rest of the silhouette, especially around the midfoot, feels very strange and out of place. Just like I mentioned for the HIIT workouts, the silhouette simply doesn't seem to work as well when used for anything else outside of running. Either way, I still tried them out while wearing jeans and they look pretty decent, but I think a lot of credit has to be given to the colorway for helping with that. They also look pretty good with more leisure or athletic wear, but as usual, how you decide to wear them depends on your preference and style. Overall, the React Miler 2 provides a great amount and quality of features that allow for you to trust this shoe for distance runs without breaking the bank. The silhouette, however, seems to only be suited for running, and wearing these for anything else feels a bit strange and irregular. And that was it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and got something useful out of it. If you did, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world if you did, as we are very close to reaching 1,000 subs. Also, if you have or had the React Miler 2, please go ahead and leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on it, so other people watching can also consider them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Pablo, out.